The team of strong leaders, especially female leaders, that are in place at City Hall. But it's not all smooth sailing.
You know, you have to be there no matter what, and you don't know what each day is going to give you. Some days you get to plan it, but most days you don't.
Willie told me the last 2 years have been especially challenging, with 2 large water outages, a terrible night of tornadoes that inflicted heavy damage in city neighborhoods on Memorial Day 2019, a mass shooting that claimed 9 lives in the Oregon District, and almost a year now of battling COVID and budget shortfalls. The mayor says she feels like she's dealt with those issues while still focusing on the big picture.
You have to really set a vision and course for the community. And I've loved doing that. You know, I've loved saying, here's where we're going, Dayton, let's work on these issues. I just want to thank Dayton. I mean, this town is so special and so awesome, and it's been an honor.
This wall has pictures of all of the city's mayors. Sometime next year, Nan Whaley's picture will go right here, representative of the city's 56th mayor. But she does say it may not be the end of her in terms of public service as she considers what she'll do in the future. In downtown Dayton, Mike Campbell, News Center 7.
And now, your Storm Center 7 forecast with Chief Meteorologist McCall Vrydaghs.
Ooh, McCall, so much going on today. I'm not going to lie, I have not looked out the window in too long, let's just say. So catch me up, what's going on?
Well, don't worry, we didn't have much sunshine out there today. It was a cloudy, overcast sky in the Miami Valley. But really, I think the big weather story is what might come in a couple of weeks.
Ooh, I don't like the look of that graphic. Arctic air.
Arctic air. I'm sure you've heard this term before, Polar Vortex.
Yeah, I've heard it. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's been tossed around the past few days because of what's going on up near the North Pole. So let me explain what it is. The Polar Vortex is a core of low-pressure, cold air that is locked up near the North Pole. You have strong stratospheric winds. You're talking 6 to 30 miles above the ground. And it does become quite strong during the wintertime. It's always there, but it's stronger in the winter. But what happened in December is we saw sudden stratospheric warming. I know a lot of weather terminology there, but what that did was weaken the jet stream that keeps that cold air locked in place. It actually displaced it a little bit. What can happen oftentimes when that happens is that some of that air can break off. That cold air can spill southward. Now, it's not a guarantee that it's going to make its way into the Miami Valley, but long-range trends are showing that some of that Arctic air may get here by the middle to the end of the month. What might help it along is our Arctic oscillation and our North Atlantic oscillation. Other global patterns are in a negative phase, and when they're in their negative phase, that also helps to enhance a cold trend, and it looks like it may happen around the middle to late January timeframe and perhaps into February as well. And if we get an active weather pattern, that could also increase our snowfall potential. But let's talk about what we're dealing with right now. Temperatures across the Miami Valley are sitting in the 30s. We're not cooling too quickly tonight because the cloud cover is still there. We'll stay overcast for tonight, and even off to our west, the clouds will continue to thicken. While there's a lot of action going off out in portions of Iowa, Missouri, and Arkansas, this whole system is actually shifting to the south. We have a bit of high pressure, well, it doesn't look like it with the cloud cover, that's actually going to keep this storm at bay, and we're just going to be dealing with the cloud cover as it skims by to our south. Futurecast shows cloudy skies through the day on Thursday, might have a few breaks at times, but generally it's going to be a cloudy and cool day, much like we saw today. So out the door in the morning, grab the cold weather gear. We wake up at about 27 degrees at sunrise. Into the afternoon, highs just like today in those middle 30s, 36 degrees for tomorrow afternoon, and then cooling back through those 30s into the evening. A little breeze out there will create wind chills in the 20s. Over the weekend, we're still in those mid-30s. Looks to be Saturday and Sunday will be our best chance to see more sunshine than clouds. So if we're looking ahead to the future and the better days to come, it does happen to be on the weekend. Not too bad for us. 36 Thursday, 35 Friday, mid-30s all the way through the early part of next week. Now again, we're still watching those long-range trends, and it looks like we could see that Arctic blast by around January 20th or so. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Molly?
Thanks, McCall. And here's a live look from Washington. You can see that the streets are relatively empty right now, although it does look like law enforcement are moving around a little bit, of course, after all of the chaos there. And if I take a look on one of our other monitors, I can tell you that Senator Elizabeth Warren from Massachusetts is on the floor right now in the Capitol, and will be heading back into the Capitol to hear what lawmakers are saying about what is usually a routine process to certify the electoral votes. We'll be back in a few minutes to hear what they have to say.